Alright, I'm on the farm. The video that I did before this one showed the fix on the carburetor. I'm letting this, the fix on the fuel flow out of the fuel tank. I'm letting this thing run a little bit. And now I'm getting a little brave. I'm going to take it for a drive. I'm just going to kind of roll around this field and we'll chit chat. And hopefully it won't die. And I should put it in third gear. You see how that does. Kind of show you around where I've been bush hogging some. Still got a lot to do, a lot of trim work to do. Got to get over against the woods on all sides, and then we got to work on this field back here. I'm not sure I'm going to plant this thing. I thought about sowing some seed, but I might give it one more year, let some of this stuff rot down. But nonetheless, we'll kind of travel down through here. I haven't mowed this area right in here yet because a lot of the old scrap tin from that barn field I had laying out there, and of course the wind blew it all over this field down in here. But I might work at that some today too. I really like to get a pull behind bush hog for this Farmall. My intent, the equipment you see laying up there in the weeds, is to park it along this fence road in amongst these trees. These trees will probably come out too. And if it's windy, I apologize. Nothing I can do about the wind. You can see here where the stickweeds are, here and there, and then that place right through there. You can kind of see where the autumn olives were. And of course, back over in that area, the whole field was full of them. I've got older videos where I had a forester mulcher come in and take out the autumn olives. There's the creek over here. There's no real good way to get down to the creek other than fall off the edge of the bank. But it does make a natural barrier, which is good. So far so good. It's been my experience. I mean, we've only had this tractor a year. It's been my experience, if you can get gas to it, it'll run. And it runs really, really good. But we haven't run it since our, I believe it was our first cutting of hay. We went to put a wagon to it and it stalled out. And it would run a little bit and then stall out. And a series of kind of tests I did on some of the videos. Finally, when I had time to fool with it, concluded that there was just enough sediment in that tank to clog the fuel bowl, fuel inlet, that valve, and just the fuel coming into it. But I'm hoping I got that fixed. It actually, it did not gush filling up with fuel, the fuel bowl, when I put gas in it. And I don't know, I'm not quite sure why that was, but the wind is ferocious up here, and you can see where I've got some tarps out there, and there's one that's blown over here and one down there and there and right there. I got to come around and pick all that crap up. I'll probably run the bush hog across this one more time between now and spring. There's just enough limbs in here that make me a little skittish about putting hay equipment on here, especially my chrome mower conditioner and my John Deere square baler. Now, round baler is a whole nother thing. I could probably could probably cut this and not use my Krone, maybe use my old Heston, and then just round bale everything and sell it cheap. Got some Johnson grass going over here. I got to get out of this. I got to get out of this field, and I would like to get the guy with the forester mulcher back and have him go up the side of that bank. And I want to take. I'd like to take some of these trees out right along in here. I like to leave some trees along the borders of our property because they provide effective fences against cars driving in, but at the same time, we don't get taxed on it. Hay is pretty tight. I had a lady call me from Maryland looking for hay. They wanted me to deliver about I don't know, 600 bales, something like that. Couldn't use a tractor trailer, it had to be a flatbed because of the way you turn around. And please deliver and stack in my barn. I told her we don't deliver. So lost that sale. A lot of vines grow in right here. You can see where we've been around the perimeter of this field. And like I said in another video, I'd like to start coming through right in through here and down on the very end. But I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing so far with the Farmall. Gas is getting to it, seems to be running good. I got a lot of work to do, and my day job consumes an enormous amount of time right now. We're short-handed and I'm working OT, a lot of OT. And I got hay wagons to build, hay wagons to repair. I tell you, I'm starting to feel pretty brave. I think I'm going to venture over to the other end of the farm, just see how it goes. One thing I'm going to do is, one change I'm going to make. It seems like we're always putting fuel in when we get started, but I think I want to change things around a little bit so that I got a full tank of fuel every time we get on a tractor. And I'm just going to drive up through this field like this. A lot of times when it's been raining here, it's starting to clear off, but we get the freezes and thaws, and next thing you know, it turns into a big mud pie. So what I want to do is use this Farmall, and I've done it before. Instead of having people drive their trucks in and start spinning around, you know, if they're getting 20 to 50 bales, I can put that on a wagon and bring it out to the gate and just have them just loaded off of that. And being a gas tractor, knock on wood, that little grade right there, I guess if my fuel flow was not so good, it might have not have pulled it, but it all remains to be seen when I put a baler on this thing again, maybe. But anyway, I'd like to just have them come to the gate and load them up right there. And this thing starts great when it's cold. I'm basically just running it now. I don't know, this might be a long rambling video, but it's okay. I've got my New Holland baler for sale and my 3-bottom Ford plow. I've had people wanting to give me scrap prices for it, and I can take it to scrap. We have a lot of work to do on our fields. Lime, herbicides. We need to. I really need to kill everything off and start over. But my day job just gets in the way of all that right now. And then my kids, they're grown and they got fish to fry their own. So I'm kind of limited. One of these days I'll retire, and when I do, to the extent I can physically do it, I'll really give these fields a going over. And then of course we got a couple places up there on the hill that we make some hay off of, and then I want to expand that. I want to expand that off. Probably do round bales up there mostly. Knock on wood, I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing and hearing on this Farmall. We really missed using this thing this summer. Just a handy tractor with the fast hitch. With the fast hitch back there, it's just a really handy tractor about getting out and pulling implements and hay wagons into place. And you can just drop that drawbar with the fast hitch on let's say my Heston hay vine or my John Deere baler, even the round baler, and you can just kind of drop that fast hitch and put it right in the clevis on the hitch and lift it up and go. You don't have to fool around with the jack stand. I see a few tracks out here. One of my boys was up here cutting on evidently a tree fell out in the field up here. We'll try to get up close. We have so many trees that just fall every year. And it's an unlimited supply of wood on this farm if you want to cut it. And yeah, I can see part of the tree up there. I won't go all the way up there, but we get so many limbs that fall out in these fields that you know, it's difficult to run your good equipment in along this wood line, because you don't know when you're going to ram a limb through it. And you can walk it a week before you cut hay, get a windstorm, and all the limbs will be back again. And a lot of it is just ash trees. The ash borer has destroyed these ash trees around here, and they're everywhere. The dead ash trees are everywhere. And they don't fall down, they just kind of stay in place. And I'm a little leery about cutting them down because, you know, they got these widowmakers hanging on them. And as far as firewood goes, we don't really need to cut anything standing. There's ice and storms kind of take care of all that. I'd like to get all these trees out of here and kind of merge this bottom ground with this ground up here. It's on my to-do list one of these days. We're back over towards the creek again. So, knock on wood, I'm glad this thing's running. Let me come back. I'm just noticing that looks like I'm not charging at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on with that. There it goes. I just touched it and it came back. Climb this hill right here. Alright, so my camera died and I've been running this thing, went back and got another battery. But what I was trying to get to before my battery ran out was I'd like to hear that governor open up on this tractor when you go up a slope. And about the time I started up that thing, the battery died, I think it did. I'll know when I edit the videos, but just kind of keeping this ride going. I tell you, that's a gutsy engine. I'm charging again down here. For whatever reason, I varied my RPMs on the throttle when I was picking up my other battery, and that seemed to make it charge. I don't know what's going on. Might have water in something. Certainly keep an eye on it. I would like to convert this tractor to 12 volt. That's on the list. Another thing I like about this tractor is it's not so big that you can't put it on somebody's car hauler. I don't have one. You don't have to call in a gigantic truck like you do with my big Massey. Crank this thing up on a car hauler and take it to have it serviced or something done to it that I can do myself. And I tell you, I wish they made a disc bind that would run on a 35 horsepower tractor. Mower conditioner. I know a sickle mower conditioner will do it, but like something I can run just like my Krone, but maybe not be so big, and could run it on this tractor or the little Massey 50. I'll mosey out this way and then down along the creek. But I think I've had a good opportunity here to, when it's charging, when it seems like it's doing a pretty good job now, just to put a little charge on that battery. It doesn't take much for this thing to crank. It's amazing. And I don't know physically what's different about cranking with a hand crank and a starter. Either way, you're turning it over, but obviously with a hand crank, you're just giving it a quick burst. And that's kind of the way it is. This is supposed to be a 12 volt tractor, and somebody converted it to 6 volt. But you know, after 65 years, you know, you really don't know what you're getting in a lot of ways. But if I had a little pull behind bush hog, 6 or 7 feet wide, I'd like it to cover the width of the tire tracks. I would trim with this tractor all summer down in places like that. Just kind of, you know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get a little seat time, but also maintain the property. Even though we've had rain, it's really, really dry, and the creek's low. And there's not much hay around, I'm told, but our hay sales are really slow. I'll do a hay update video maybe when I get out at the end of December. I don't know. Get up here to the barn, I'll shut this video down, but I'm knock on wood, I'm very pleased. The one thing I don't do, I'm not brave enough yet, is to take this tractor up on the hill. And a combination of a long walk back, but also narrow front and hills caused me a little concern. I could abandon haying up there on the hill if I wanted, and we do all right down here on this flatter ground. But again, I'd like to be able to come across just like I did, and then come in through there and quit using the lane going across the center of my field. But I will say, it's really convenient going across there. It's just not so convenient when you're trying to make long runs with your hay cutting equipment like that. All right, so we're kind of back from where we started, and let me park this thing and I'll have some final thoughts. All right, so I got the Farmall 350 wedged in here in the barn, and I think it did all right. Of course, I only put it under some momentary load going up some of those slopes, but it's a fine machine, a fine old tractor, and I definitely a place for it here on this farm. And I got me a new seat. It's kind of temporary, but with the thing sitting out in the rain, the cloth seat's full of water, so I just jammed a trash bag over top of it, and served a purpose. But a couple things with this tractor, you know, I had to take that fuel bowl off and put the standpipe screen on it. I think that's going to work really well. I got high hopes on that, and kind of got it all back together. It doesn't appear that anything's leaking, so that's a positive sign. And got it in here out of the weather. Hopefully as hay sales pick up, we'll be able to get some more stuff in this barn for the hardest part of winter. We need more buildings, but there's a limit to how much I can spend on this farm and make it pencil out. So we just do the best with what we got, and fixing the Farmall, living another day. So hope you enjoyed the video. 1958 Farmall 350. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Just kind of taking you along here for a ride to see how it did. I think it did fine. Share video, that's always helpful, and we'll catch you again on another video. See you later.